Welcome back to Tdcoil Touring. So today we're going to go see Brendo. He's done some pretty amazing things with his 80 series, but Brendo and Jai have been very busy chopping their 80s. So go check out their progress. On another note, thank you very much for 500 subscribers. Very, very appreciative of it. Can't wait to show you what else is in store. Got an interstate trip planned with some hard wheeling with a couple of new faces on the channel. But if you do like this video, please like, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Brendan and this is my 1997 Spacecab FT80 series.
Alright, so today we're here with Brendo and his 80 series, which last time you would have seen it, it would have been a wagon. Now he's taken to the side of it with a grinder. So give us a brief overview of what we're looking at.
Alright, it's a 97 FT, obviously now chopped into an Extracab 80 series ute. Oh, I can see that.
Alright, so let's get straight into the elephant in the room. You're missing half your car.
Yeah.
Why is that? And what was the hardest thing about it so far?
Obviously got rid of the wagon, just didn't find it capable off the road. It was good, just impractical for me. Everything just in the back was just didn't sit well. Always finding stuff going backwards or forwards in the car didn't work out, so chopped the back off it. Had a lot of rear quarter damage too. So the car wasn't presentable. Rear bar was pretty beat up too. So a lot of weight over the back as well, which I found didn't help the car off-road. Yeah, probably the hardest thing about it, the welding. There's extremely a lot of welding on this thing. Thing I wish I knew beforehand was that a lot of people actually used silicon instead of welding. So a lot of the places I've welded, as in for here as well, probably could have used a silicon in there, but oh well, is what it is.
Yeah, I was in the same boat with my ute. Like, I had a wagon for it, and you get over it. Canopy life's a whole lot better. Like, everything's got its own set spot. You know, you got your fridge, your drawers, done. That's it. You know, you got nothing rolling around.
And being that you can actually take your canopy off too.
Yeah, that's it.
When you want to go out and do the hard stuff and you don't want to do any damage to anything, so
Canopy off, 37's on.
that's it. Yeah, exactly right. And also found that running the 37s too, you're just mincing flares and the insides of your guards. It's just not practical. So
How long's it taken you to get to this stage?
probably, I reckon, I've spent about a full week on it. I reckon, in days wise, probably 7 days.
It'll go past like that.
It has gone past. I mean, the nights we've spent out here too, it hasn't been easy. Been a lot of hard work in it, but it's going to pay off. I know that for sure.
So you've obviously got a little bit more work to do, but what are the future plans for the tray? Alloy canopy, obviously.
Yep.
Alloy tray, steel tray.
Yeah, probably go a steel tray just to keep the weight down in the arse end of the car. At the moment, it drives absolutely terrible. Not that I've driven it much, but I can tell it's going to be really bad on the road until I can get a tray on there. Plans for the tray, probably do a drawer under the tray. Maybe some drop boxes at the back if I can fit them just under the tray, just to keep some straps and stuff in there. Tray, I reckon I'm going to do about 1850, 1900 long tray. Go a 1400 canopy. I think
So
that'll be
not too big, so it's overhanging and
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
weight over the rear and stuff.
because
You
I
can
still
drive
want.
it.
I still want to be able to put a spare tyre behind the canopy and
Yeah.
then space for maybe wood or even a jerry can or two, something like that.
And obviously jack off canopy, so go
Yeah.
do all the hard stuff.
Yeah, be able to take the canopy off too.
Tray sides.
Yeah, probably make up some tray sides as well. Going to be a full custom tray.
Get it looking like a farm ute.
Yeah, that's it. Gonna have a water tank up in the bottom of the headboard too. So full camping spec setup tray. I will see how it goes, how much space I have.
So you can always add to it.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. Yeah.
Alright, so under the bonnet, the powerhouse. What do we got? Pump, turbo.
Well, it's a stock standard pump and injectors running a UFI 18G turbo. The car's done 600,000 Ks, actually just clicked over. So I believe everything would be pretty tight under there. So injectors and pump probably due for a rebuild.
Just breaking in, mate.
Just broken in, yeah. Typical Toyota, radius fab, snorkel and airbox, front mount intercooled, about it. Front of the bonnet. It's been manual converted too. When I bought it was an auto. Yeah, get rid of those things. Terrible. Manual is so much better.
So up the front, what bull bar you got? What
Uh,
winch and whatever else you got here? UHF.
Yeah, it's an ARB deluxe bar with a Runva 11XP winch in it. Just crappy old King Spotties. Aerials, just some GME aerials on it. That's about it. Sahara headlights. I do have sliders and brush bars, but obviously they're not on the car because I've chopped it.
I noticed a little bit of panel damage down here.
Oh, yeah.
What's
We
the
don't
go
actually
here, mate?
look at that. That happened out at Cobor. A tree root actually come through the front of the car, and I didn't even see it. I was driving into an embankment.
Oh, I'll blame the spotter on that one.
Yeah, no,
Not me.
that was a big spotter problem, that one.
I said stop.
Front mount actually complements it real well. Looks really neat in there.
Yeah, somewhat. It's just a pain with the front mount. I do have problems with the AC condenser down there. It does break the line a few times. Has done it a few times now, and spent $100 every time I want to get the aircon recast. So I'll fix that one day.
I've got a solution to that. Just be a man, wind the window down.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't so bad for the electric windows in the 80 series, we'd all do that, eh?
Alright, so we're moving to the interior. Run us through what mods you've done to the interior to make it a little bit more comfortable, what head unit you're running, and I see you got a bit of car builders sound deadening here.
Yeah, so I usually do run XR6 seats. They're pretty comfy. Found factory 80 seats. They're not bad, but I mean, they could be updated. As for the head unit, it's just a cheap one off of eBay. It's not great. It's going to get pulled out and replaced soon. Screen I find is a little bit too big and it's a little bit laggy, so I want to get rid of that.
I've got the same problem as mine too. You skip a song and then you've got to wait a couple
Yeah,
of seconds.
it kind of annoys me a little bit, especially when I had wide CarPlay with the old unit. It used to
Instantaneous,
and that's what I liked about it. Now this one's wireless and it's just a little bit laggy. As for gauges, running some SAS gauges.
The best.
Well, they're the more expensive ones. They're actually pretty good. Haven't had any problems with them just yet. I am running car builders sound deadening on the floor. So I'm probably going to run their Dynamat over the top, make it a little bit more quieter. Obviously going to sound deaden all of the wall as well on the roof now that the roof lining is out. So
It's a must. Even in the doors is a good idea as well.
oh yeah, 100%.
Other mods in here you want to go over? I see you've got a part-time kit and maybe some reductions.
Yeah, so did do a part-time kit when I first bought the car. When I actually manual swapped it, it copped the part-time kit. I did have it in my old 80 and I'd probably never drive another 80 with it in there as well. Just for the fact that it drives so much nicer, everything feels better, handles better. And the myth that they get better fuel economy, they do not. That is a lie.
Really?
Yes, don't listen to people who say that. They don't get better fuel economy. But it does drive a lot nicer.
Would that fuel economy have something to do with you driving more like a P-plater because it's two-wheel drive?
Well, possibly, yeah. And reductions, yes, it does have reductions, 25% reductions, it's big as you can go in an 80 series, without changing anything else. All that myself.
Is there any grinding involved in the transfer case to fit the bigger gears at all?
Yes, so you do actually have to grind out the case a little bit around the edges just to make the gears fit, but there's plenty online. YouTube was my friend there, of course, and if you got a press as well, that really helps because you're really not doing it without a press, that's for sure.
Alright, so walk us through underneath, what lift you got, what tyres you usually run, lockers, anything else underneath you can think of.
It's a 4-inch Dobinson lift that'll be coming out very shortly. Mainly just the rear springs are a little bit too stiff for the back. I do want to upgrade the shocks to the remote resis. Twin Harrop E-lockers, installed them myself too with a diff builder. Actually done a few rear diffs. Actually,
Why is that?
Just because of the second-hand gear sets I had
It's
in
a
there.
cruiser, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually got terrain tamer gearing in it now, which is it's proven to be strong over and over, especially running my tyres, which are 37-inch traps.
Axle upgrades, axle studs.
I have actually done axle studs in the back, upgraded to the M10 cap head bolts. Haven't had a drama with that since. It's actually made it so much easier to get the axle out when adjusting bearings. So I found a nice set of axles that hadn't been beaten on by mechanics or home jobs. Yeah, drilled them out. Did that all myself too. Yeah, so I do actually have extended sway bar links in it, running both sway bars. Blackhawk radius arms up the front too. They are very stiff off-road, so wouldn't recommend them for running them off-road. However, on-road they do make the car drive really nice.
It's a common thing is, yeah, a lot of aftermarket radius arms, if they're not, you know, the stupid Hyperflex, Superflex, thing like that, they still maintain
Yeah,
factory
exactly
runs.
right,
They
yeah.
improve the on-road by 10 times.
And I only say they don't make the car articulate because I did run flipped arms in the front. Pulled it out, obviously, just to make engineering a breeze with the chop. Yeah, picked up some Blackhawk arms for cheap with the diff housing. Did the flipped arms all myself at home. It's fairly easy to do. A lot of work in it though. A lot of welding and grinding. Running Dobinson hydro bumps up the front too, which don't even make a connection at the moment because of the arms, limiting my amount of up travel. Yeah, hopefully fix that in the future sometime soon once the chop's all done.
What are you planning to run in the future, arms wise?
Arms, I'll probably go back to flipped arms again. I did run into an issue with the flipped arms to run the 37s, having to push the diff forward, which then made the arm hit the chassis panhard mount. As for axles up the front, just running Terrain Tamer CVs and axles. I find they're a little bit stronger over the stock Toyota ones. And just ace and locking hubs.
Right, so as usual, I always forget to film an outro, but I'll make it up to you guys with some bloopers at the end. But I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, please like, helps me out a lot, and see you in the next one.
Twin Harrop E-lockers.
Say it again.
Got twin Harrop E-lockers.
Yeah.
You haven't even got lockers in your car, so I wouldn't be talking.
Anyways.
Is that right now?
Yeah.
Nah, that was
Even
yesterday.
straightening my posture, I look like I'm fucking bent over like no tomorrow. Car's got bad posture like the owner.